Hi everyone, Stepan here. I'm going to play another training game, 15 plus 10. Hopefully it goes well. So I have some good news. Croatia is going to return to indoor sports on March 1st. Well, that's the current state, at least. Let me just see if this is okay. And what that means is that chess is coming back. So the tournament I'm supposed to play in March is going to be held most likely, and also the Croatian League is going to start. And this season we are in the third Croatian League, which is, well, the third league is pretty tough and it's going to be tough, but that means that I'm going to be playing a game in March. Okay, I'm playing a T-Scorpion something 1980. I'm going to play e4. So yeah, finally after a year I'm going to play chess. I did play one league game last season, the only one that was held, and I ended up drawing my game, but I'm going to play a tournament after more than a year, and I'm really excited about that. I mean, I just hope that situation doesn't get worse. Oh, my opponent didn't play. Okay, let's go new opponent. So if nothing bad happens with the thing, then there's going to be chess, and that's one of the reasons, or that's the biggest reason why I keep playing training games instead of focusing on theoretical videos. I just want to get as many in, and I find playing and recording extremely stressful. Maybe it's fine for some people, but I find chess stressful, and recording while playing chess is extremely stressful, more so than actual tournament games. So I'm playing Kuros. Yeah, I know him. Nice, he's a great guy from Poland. Good luck. Okay, I actually got paired with someone I know. So he's leading me 11-6. Whoa, what does he do against my Karo Khan? I'm going to play the Karo Khan anyway. He plays the advance, I think. And let me just see if the screen is okay, the camera is okay. Okay. So he says Karo as usual. Yeah. Okay, let's see if he plays the advance. He probably will. Yeah. Okay, so we've played this, I'm gonna say 10 times. 92. Okay, so he's probably going to play the Van der Wiel a bit delayed, starting with knight c3 and... Well, yeah, he cannot, because g4 is now prevented, because the knight is blocking the queen. I'm just going to play e6. This is going to be a good test to my prep, because he's really good. He's FIDE, I think, 1700 or something, but he's good, and he's beating me a lot. Okay, h4. I think I play h6, not h5. Okay, and now he probably wants to trade the bishops, sort of main line idea with bishop d3. I'm not too sure about this line, I have to say. So definitely out of book already. So I'm gonna have to start thinking. So he doubled his pawns so that c5 is not as effective. He says congrats on 100,000 subscribers. Thanks. Okay. So c5 is not as effective because he has another d pawn. I think I still develop normally with knight d7. I'm gonna play knight d7 and see what he does. Should probably play knight d2, unless knight c3, knight e2, knight f4 is an idea. So for the moment he's preventing knight f5. I'm not really sure where my g8 knight should go if not f5. And his pawn structure is facing towards my king side, so he probably is planning to go f4, f5. I don't want to go c5 yet because he has knight a4, or sorry, knight b5, knight d6. Okay, I'm gonna play knight e7, and then if he develops the bishop, I'm gonna play queen b6 because the b2 pawn and the c3 knight are attacked. And if he doesn't develop the bishop, then I can play a6 and c5 and put my e7 knight on c6. Well, how dangerous is f4, f5? Okay. This is very aggressive stuff. So a6, what does he do? f4, c5, f5, take on d4, f e6. I could just get destroyed here because queen g6 is mate there. I have to watch out before I move my knight to c6. Well, I could play c5, and on knight b5 I could play queen a5 check. The knight goes back, and then I can take on c5. I think c5 is necessary. c5, if he plays, what can he play? If he takes, I take on e5. If he plays knight b5, I play queen a5. Okay, I'm gonna play c5. Because he doesn't have a c pawn to play c4, and his knight is on c3. And I'm threatening cd4, queen d4, knight c6, and then bishop b4. And, oh, sorry, not bishop b4, knight e5. So this is quite annoying for him. If he had castled, he would have had knight b5 here. Because then I don't have queen a5. I would have to play knight c6, and then he plays knight d6 check, bishop d6, and queen g7, and after rook f8, e d6, and I would probably be busted. So if takes on c5, then knight e5, and then probably queen f4, and then knight ec6, then he doesn't have f4. He should probably drop back to e2 with the queen. I think he definitely should have castled before queen g4. I don't know what he does here. His knight on g3 doesn't really help unless he gets a very quick f4, f5 in. I played normal Caro-Kann moves, which I would play against most other setups, so I didn't do anything unusual. He's the one who did something unusual. Okay, he just castled. So now he is threatening knight b5. Therefore, I cannot play knight c6 because he plays knight b5. So I should take on d4, and if he plays knight b5, I play knight e5, defending the d6 square. And if he takes with the queen, then I play knight c6. Okay, so I'm gonna take. He probably cannot play knight b5 because knight e5 wins a clean pawn with tempo. Because then knight b5, knight e5, queen d4, knight c6. Where does the queen go? I don't know. I mean, he cannot defend his e5 pawn now. So, and I want to play knight c6 anyway. So I could of course get mated because his queen is on g4 and it's going to be very hard to develop. And I've opened up the c file for both of us. But this should be very good. Wow, okay. So knight e5, queen d4, knight c6, attacking the queen. I think this just works. I don't see any problems with this. My knight can always drop back to d7. d6 is now defended by the queen. If he plays bishop f4, I take the queen. d3 is now attacked. Okay, so knight c6 covering, wait, which knight? This knight probably. Okay, yes, this one, as I'd planned, because I need to free up my bishop. This should be a very safe pawn up. I mean, I honestly don't see any compensation for him. And I'm just gonna chase this knight away, so there are no knight c7 checks, which are annoying, and knight d6 checks, which are annoying. f4 does come with tempo though, but I have queen b6. I don't think he has anything for the pawn. So if he plays queen a4, I can play queen a5. Basically forcing a queen trade, because on queen b3 I have queen b4. Oh no, I don't, because my rook is hanging. Knight c7 is hanging. And on queen a4, I don't think I want to take on d3. That seems a bit excessive. On any other queen move, so if queen c3 or queen e3, I play a6, chasing this knight away. And if the knight goes to a3, I take it with the bishop. If the knight goes to c3, if the queen is on e3, then I can play d4, winning a piece. So queen c3 is a blunder, I think. Well, queen c3 is a blunder because of rook c8. I don't really have to play a6. Okay, he plays queen f4. This is another tempo. I can take on d3 with tempo, but then he has knight c7. So if a6, knight c7, queen c7, d4, my queen is hanging. But I don't really have to react. I can just play bishop d6. I'm already a piece and a pawn up, so I would be 2 pawns up after that trade. He just blocked his f4 pawn. I cannot take on d3 straight away, but I can play a6 first. a6, if knight c3, then knight d3. If knight d4, then knight d3. If knight a3, then bishop a3, ba3, knight d3. Okay, this should be okay. I'm just going to play a6. My rook is not hanging, so he doesn't have queen a4. He doesn't have anything. I just win another pawn. That's it. He says in the chat, I was your 150th subscriber, around that. Thank you, Kuros. He's a really great guy. Okay. If I take on d3, what can he do? There's nothing he can do. If I take on d3 and he takes on c6, I take back with the pawn. He has no queen a4 check because there's a pawn on c6. If he just moves the queen, I take the bishop and then take the knight. Can he take on e6? Knight d3, knight e6, knight f4, knight d8, rook d8, that's a piece and 2 pawns up. So that doesn't work. I don't see anything else, so I'm just going to take. There are no tricks, right? I don't think there are any tricks. Wait, can he play knight d3, queen e3? And then knight c1, knight e6? No, he cannot. I'm just going to take on d3. I don't think I've missed anything. Okay, take. He should play queen a4 here, so that if knight c1, he has queen c6, but on queen a4 I'm going to play queen b6, and on bishop e3 I'm going to play queen b5, offering a queen trade. Okay, queen a4, queen b6 as planned. Bishop e3, queen b5. And if not bishop e3, then I'm just going to take the bishop and play rook c8, defending. Okay, queen b5. Of course he declines the trade. So everything seems fine. I'm 2 pawns up. My knight is slightly loose. And I think I just retreat my knight all the way back. I just go knight c5 and knight d7. Maybe I should develop my bishop first. I don't need to move my knight yet. So bishop d6. Rook c1 is prevented for the moment. So after bishop d6 he can play rook d1. I cannot play bishop c5 because rook d1 wins a piece. But bishop d6 seems nice to control the diagonal. Bishop d6, rook d1, knight e5, rook a c1, rook c8. Okay, I have to castle. I'm going to play bishop d6. I don't think he has any tricks, and I have to get my king to safety. Also, sometimes after f4, f5, the knight is going to be loose. Ooh, does he have a4? If a4... Okay, I still have queen c4, but I'd missed a4. I should have retreated my knight first. My knight is loose. If a4, queen c4 is still okay. Also, after a4, I have knight b4. Okay, so I'm not losing my knight. Okay. So I can play queen c4, or I can play knight b4. I shouldn't have allowed this. If I go queen c4, he can play queen b1. And then my queen is kind of trapped. I don't like my queen on c4 because he can play rook a3 and b3. If I go knight b4 and he takes on b5, I take on c2, he takes on c6. I take on e3. Ooh, I take on e3. His knight is hanging. He says, how could I misplay such a nice opening? It's a weird opening. Okay, knight b4. Knight b4, if he takes the queen, then I take his queen. Then he takes the pawn, I take the bishop. Okay, I'm gonna play knight b4 because I hate my queen on c4. Now my knight is defended. If he moves the queen, I'm clean 2 pawns ahead with a great knight and a great bishop. If he takes my queen, then he cannot win a pawn because I take on e3 and take on g3. So a b5, okay, he doesn't. Okay, good. Ah, no, he attacks on g7. I can be an idiot sometimes. Okay, but I see a way out. Queen b8, queen g7, bishop e5. The queen has to go to g4. Then I play knight c2. Queen b8, queen g7, bishop e5, queen g4. Ooh, this is going to be messy. Queen b8, queen g7, bishop e5, queen g4, knight c2, rook c1, knight e3, f e3. And I think I just win the bishop, win the knight. Okay, I'm going to play this. I think this is good. Queen b8, queen g7, bishop e5, defending the rook, attacking the queen. The queen goes to g4. I play knight c2. He plays rook c1. I take the bishop. Okay. And now I have knight c2, take the bishop, undefend the knight, take twice on g3. So this should work. So queen g4 is forced. Knight c2. If he wants to save the exchange, he can play rook e1. No, he cannot play rook e1. So rook c1, knight e3, f e3, bishop g3. I win the knight. I just win the knight. This works. Okay, yeah, this just works. Also, if he moves the rook, not to c1, if he, for example, plays rook b1, then I play bishop g3. And if fg3, then knight e3 wins the exchange again, attacking the queen, attacking the f1 rook. What can he do? I don't think there are any more tricks. I think this is it. I think he just loses too much material. And unless I get mated on f7, and I think I don't get mated on f7 because my queen can defend and I have rook f8 and rook a7, he should just lose this. Okay. So take. And if he takes back, I just win the piece. Okay, let's... What's wrong with winning this piece? I'm just going to take. I don't see what's wrong with this. What tricks does he have? He wants to play rook e6 check. If I go queen e5, he has rook f3, trapping my bishop. Well, not really. I have bishop h2. Okay, rook a7 is a candidate. That prevents rook e6. Okay, I'm gonna play rook a7. That seems like the safest move. Okay. There's so many things going on here. Jesus. Rook e6 is his threat. So if I play rook f8, he plays rook e6, f e6, and queen f8, winning my queen. So I need to prevent rook e6. I can prevent rook e6 with queen e5. That defends everything. Okay, I'm going to play queen e5. I can't believe this. Oh my god. Yeah, I just lose everything, I think. Yeah, rook d8 is mate. He didn't see the mate. Okay. Yeah, I still lose my queen though. How can I do this? How can I do this? Yeah. Oh, I'm so upset. I was probably just completely winning. Here, if I just retreat the knight, there are no tricks. I just have to retreat the knight. I'm not in the mood to analyze this right now. I'm gonna do it later. Thank you for watching. Stay tuned for more chess. Bye.